We're the only black kids in the class.
You needed some energy. What's up, classmates? Welcome back to another episode of Only Black Kids in the Class. I'm Robert Sawyer.
And I'm Mrs. Sawyer.
We are the only black kids in the class.
In the class.
You're a little off there. All right. This is a podcast where me and my wife and me just get together and talk some shit. Reading some stories that are wild. I gotta say, I'm at the point, I do not promise that any of these are real. So many of them sound ridiculous. I don't believe most of these stories are real. I think there are some amazing authors with extremely creative minds, and we just read it for the gigs.
I think some of them are real. I really do.
You think all of them are real?
I need some strange people, so
Lots of strange people.
I think some of the stuff is real.
So we're in Homeroom. What's the latest with you? Let's take attendance.
I'm good.
Any resolutions?
No, not really.
It's funny I asked that. By the time people hear this, it will most likely be mid-February. But hey.
It's never too late to have resolutions.
Never too late.
So, I mean, maybe that'll be inspiration for someone.
Yeah, maybe someone already fell off and they're just getting back on board when they hear you say that in 2024 you're going to
continue to be great.
Whoa. Talk your shit, Mrs. Sawyer. All right. For me, I'm really just working on launching my coaching programs. I've got some new offerings coming. It's going to be exciting. Trying to grow social media, all that kind of stuff, and just putting myself out there more. And so far, I'm working with some cool people. I love what's going on, and I hope to see it flourish.
So continue being great.
Humbly.
Sounds like it.
Humbly.
Yeah.
Humbly so.
Yeah.
So the theme of this episode that I've put together is hypotheticals.
Okay.
It's a lot of hypotheticals. A lot of hypotheticals that people are wondering. Not so much am I the asshole, but would I be the asshole? We'll talk more about it. Let's jump into our first story.
Okay.
Would I be the asshole if I asked my husband not to drink around me while I was pregnant? So not am I the asshole. Would I be the asshole if I asked my husband not to drink around me while I was pregnant? This is mostly hypothetical for fun, since my husband and I aren't having kids anytime soon. But this topic came up a few nights ago, and I want to know what you think. A few nights ago, my husband, 23 male, and I, 23 female, were talking about our future and potentially moving to be closer to my family once we started to have kids, at least 5 years away. We then got on the topic of pregnancy, and I told him that I know he'll be very supportive of me when I do eventually get pregnant. I then laughed and told him how I'd miss drinking Prosecco with him during our dinner date nights at home. He laughed and told me that he'd drink it for both of us. I then said that most likely in the future, when I'm pregnant, I wouldn't want him to drink around me. It would make me feel left out of something that we used to be able to share. I clarified that he'd be free to drink if he or both of us were out with friends somewhere. But when it was just the two of us, I prefer that he abstain. He was a little confused at this and said he didn't think that this was a normal thing to ask of him. He suggested that I come here and ask you all, would I be the asshole if I asked my husband not to drink around me during my pregnancy?
So that's a little crazy. I don't think you're an asshole to say, hey, I'm pregnant. We're not drinking, right? Because we're pregnant. I think that's okay. But this whole like rules dictating, oh, if we're out with friends, you can drink. But then when we're at home, you can't. Like that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Either
I
you're gonna
agree
be like,
with you.
in like some unified front, we're not drinking while we're pregnant, then okay. But you can't pick and choose when someone can have the drink.
Yeah, because why does she feel left out if friends are there?
Correct. So it means he doesn't mean anything. Like I don't like that whole thing. So that's a little bit of an. I was following all along until she said it was fine, and she specified it's only when they're out with friends with the both of them.
No, was that what she said?
Yeah, she says as long if we were out with friends, he and I.
No. I clarified that he'd be free to drink if he or both of us were out with friends.
Oh, I thought you said both.
So if he's out with friends, he can drink.
So she's actually telling him to go be without her.
Whoa.
That's what she's advocating for.
She's encouraging.
Yes.
Whoa.
She's advocating for him not to be there.
She's encouraging fuckery.
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds terrible.
Whoa. but he can't drink at home.
Right. That's ridiculous.
I agree with you because it seems to me if we're not drinking in our pregnancy, okay, I can see how some people might be a little less evolved and might have a problem with that.
Right.
But over here with the intentional, I get it. It's our pregnancy. I can see the united front, like you said.
Yeah.
But it's just because she doesn't feel left out if she's there with friends.
Absurd.
What
absurd.
does the presence of the friends do?
No, that's just a control thing. I don't know what that is. That's terrible.
You're calling her controlling.
That's controlling.
Oh, shit.
That is controlling.
You hate women.
No, I do not. Not at all.
I feel like every time we get to one of these, it's you against the women. Why am I the womanist in this situation?
That's not true.
Oh my goodness.
No.
You're always on some anti-woman shit.
I'm not anti.
And I'm not here for it.
But there's some accountability there. That's just Yeah, that's not fair.
We're not going to get into a discussion about women and accountability.
Okay, let's not.
Because we're not going to get into that.
All right, let's move it along.
So would she be the asshole?
She would be the asshole with those stipulations. Absolutely.
The one thing that struck me as odd, and she didn't, she said it was a hypothetical that they were talking about, and he thought it was weird. So he said, go to Reddit and discuss it, which don't do that. Or keep doing it. We do appreciate the crazy stories that we are building an entire show off of. But she said it's at least 5 years away. And while I think it's great to be on the same page early, what?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with discussing things 5 years away. I mean, I think there's random things you just have discussions about.
That she would. She's not even sure she doesn't want him to drink. But maybe I don't want you to drink in the next 5 years.
So they're having a discussion before it becomes an issue.
Which is good.
Yeah, I think that's really good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Might be a little early getting Reddit involved.
They're just gathering some additional data points. That's all.
All right. So I got some more hypotheticals.
Okay.
A lot of hypotheticals today. Am I wrong for asking my wife to change her bikini? Me, 32 male, and my wife, 30-year-old female, are married for 2 years and recently went to the beach outing with my parents. She wore a red string bikini while getting ready for the beach, and that was a bit skimpy and exposing more of her butt. I don't have a problem with her wearing that, but would feel a bit awkward about my parents seeing her in a skimpier bikini. So I asked her to change into some other swimsuits, but she did not agree and said she doesn't care what my parents sees and think. She has come here to enjoy, and it's my and my parents' problem. I feel that I upset her by asking. Am I wrong for doing that?
No, he's not wrong, but she's also not wrong either. She felt comfortable in it, and I'm glad he voiced how he felt, but ultimately she's fine with it.
It's giving Keke Palmer. It's giving...
Well, it's not Keke Palmer because he spoke to her and he didn't go and make a big deal about it.
He went to the internet after.
Right. He's just, but he spoke to her. They had a conversation about it, which I think that's...
It didn't sound like it was a conversation. It sounded like he made a request and she said, shut up. No. No, I'm going to wear what I want to wear.
She just disagreed with him.
I think she has the right to wear what she wants to wear.
I agree.
I also think he has the right to have feelings.
Yes.
And I don't know where the correct line is. I don't know where, because you care about what your partner presents as, you care about the attention your partner gets.
That's fair.
So I don't know if he's trying to control her or if he's, I don't know. I guess I would want to know what the concern is, because it sounds like he'd be fine with her wearing that for all the strangers on the beach, but his parents, who would probably see pictures of them at the beach. But, it's like, is he worried that his dad's looking at her ass?
I mean, I can understand that. His dad's there. He's going to see her ass. So it's just that he felt a little uncomfortable.
So these other 10, 20,000 people on the beach.
People he'll never have to see again to know that they saw her ass. And now, his father saw her ass. So that's just he was expressing his discomfort.
He's probably more worried about his mother seeing her ass.
Maybe.
Or you think he's in competition with his dad?
No,
And
I
he's
just
worried.
think it's
He's
like,
worried that when a real player sees what his wife's working with, his dad gonna
no, I
scoop.
mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't. Whatever it was, he had some discomfort there, and he expressed it. So I give him kudos for that. And I give her kudos for sticking by. Well, this is what I want to wear. I'm wearing it.
I don't know.
Okay.
I would ask him, what is your discomfort about what your parents think? Because that could be a little weird.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know if there's history. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can hypothetically come to the conclusion of. So there might be more encompassing of that.
I think I'm gonna let him slide.
I'm good with him. I'm good with him asking the question.
Yeah, and he had some concern. Like the whole thing was, did I upset her? I'm worried I upset her. Which, again, I don't know why you run to the internet. Just ask her. Or maybe she's not talking to him anymore. Maybe she robbed a bank.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't like have a tantrum and say, "That's it, we're not going." Then keep him coming.
So more on the same vibes.
All right.
I'm building to something.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for removing my top on a nude beach with my sister and our husbands?
Okay.
It would be great to get some external opinions on this, please. We are on holiday in Mauritius with my female 26 sister, female 36, her husband, male 35, and my husband, male 30. Just near our hotel, there is a nude beach. So not everybody is naked, but it's accepted. And my sister and I kept making jokes for a few days about going there to tan our breasts. We walked by the place on Thursday and decided to order drinks and sit on the sunbeds, but we did not have bathing suits as it wasn't planned. Our husbands removed their shirts and mine told me, "You can finally tan those tits." I thought to myself that, yeah, true, why not? So I removed my top and my skirt and lied on the sunbed next to my husband. I was very surprised that my sister did not proceed to do the same given our previous jokes. She kept her clothes and downed her drink very quickly. Later at night, she refused to eat with us and said she can't believe I exposed my breast and thong to her husband, that I should have been aware that she hates her body and would have never undressed in such context. I am so lost. I feel I did nothing wrong, but it's been 2 full days that we are cold to each other and it pollutes the trip. And I am not sure what my sister thinks of me. Our husbands could not care less and are enjoying the time together. And this is so nice compared to my situation. I'll read you a couple of comments.
Okay.
Not the asshole. Your sister's delegating the control, her feelings and issues to you. People on here who are saying that men are fascinated with boobs and you should have thought of her husband are of the ilk that it would infer it's a woman's fault if she's assaulted because of her clothing. Enjoy your body. Sounds like you have a wonderful husband.
Awesome.
Someone else said, if the husband looking at boobs was a problem, they shouldn't have been in a nude beach to begin with.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That was exactly what I was thinking. You guys went to a nude beach. If you're not looking at your tits, he's going to look at someone else's.
Methinks sister's insecurity is specifically tied to original poster, and she's more worried about original poster stealing her man than any strangers. So I guess the general consensus is this person is not the asshole.
Not at all.
But also there might be a little history.
Yeah, there's definitely more there.
Jealousy. You should have known I hate my body.
But what
why
does that
did you go to a
mean?
nude beach?
Yeah, why? And then I was like, because I was waiting for the story to get to like maybe her husband was a little bit of prude too, but it didn't seem to affect him.
Seems like the husbands are enjoying their vacation in Mauritius.
Correct. And then her husband sounds like they're in
Tan 'em, baby.
He's like, hey, we're here. Get them going. You don't need a swimsuit. Just get undressed. I was like, wait a minute. She took off her skirt too? What's going on here? Guess it doesn't matter.
I think the sister needs to work on her issues.
Yes. I think it's a good opportunity for the sister to.
But ruining the vacation for 2 days?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I would call. I mean,
People always got to have some shit going, don't they?
I would have called her out on vacation. It's like, okay, you can be mad at me when we get back, but we're on vacation. Like this
in
is
Mauritius.
This is stupid. We can go to therapy together when we get back, but right now we're on vacation.
We are normalizing friend therapy, sister therapy,
Yes.
brother therapy,
Yes.
mom-son therapy. I've done a lot of mom-son therapy sessions. I have done a lot of mom-son therapy
That's
sessions.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's always weird. It ends up being beautiful. It's always very weird. It's always, my son doesn't do this, my son doesn't do that. The son's always over 30 years old. just put it. It's happened over 7 times.
Is it normally single moms?
You know what? No.
Okay.
It's like half and half.
Because I think there's a little different dynamic there.
No, it's about half and half.
Just from my experience of sons of single moms, there's a little different dynamic there of the relationship.
Oh, you're talking about son husbands.
Yes, almost like that.
A lot of son husbands out there.
Yeah.
Like you remember in what was that? Think Like a Man? How he couldn't choose between his mom and his woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the mom was reveling in it. Like the mom was playing it up. Like, that's my man. You ain't never gonna take my man.
Yeah. That happens a lot. And so that's what I was thinking. I was asking that because I see that happen a lot.
Well, we're normalizing therapy for everybody. Friend therapy. I actually follow a very interesting friend coach. I do not remember her name, but she's on the TikTok. And yeah, she's a friendship professional. And she does friendship coaching for all the drama between friends. She almost exclusively works with women. And I think that's because men just wouldn't. I'm not saying they shouldn't. They most likely definitely should.
Right.
But yeah, men have no problems apparently.
Huh.
Hey, I tell women crack up when I say that in therapy. Men never find it funny when I say that in therapy. I always say I predominantly work with women because men are perfect. Men have no problems whatsoever.
That's because they know. That's what they're talking to you.
Men have no problems.
Those men are talking to you.
No,
So they know.
You know what it is? It's the classic thinking. See, I don't have a problem. If I go to the doctor and the doctor tells me there's something wrong, now I have a problem. But as long as I don't go, then I don't have a problem.
That's true. That's like people not like taking the COVID test because they don't want to know.
No. Because they don't have it.
They don't have
Until
it.
they take the test.
Until they take the test.
See? The problem is the test.
Correct.
It's not me coughing up a lung
No.
daily.
Spreading your
Yeah.
germs. It's not.
But you know what? Let me give a shout out because I have more men than ever
Woohoo.
in therapy. Well, calm down. Down.
Woo.
More men than ever in therapy. So everyone is coming to therapy now.
That's good.
All
That's good.
races, all genders, all everything, all creeds. Everyone's going to therapy these days. So shout out the mom and son husbands. Shout out the friend therapy. These two sisters need to go to therapy because you know what? The poster probably did know that. You know what I mean? Like she's probably.
Yeah, but even if she did, she said they had a conversation about it.
But it was jokes.
Oh.
It was all jokes. I didn't think he was gonna really do it. It was jokes.
Well.
And now you out here flashing. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Well, she should pop them out.
So at this point, I'm going to talk about probably one of our more popular segments.
Okay.
Toxic confessions.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Again, this is from the internet. I search and scour. And they're not all from Reddit. Actually, none of these are from Reddit.
Okay.
I search and scour to find toxic confessions. And I'm not calling them toxic. You're going to call them toxic as soon as I read them. My wife is bi, and we have an agreement where she can sleep with other women if I can watch. Thought it would be great, but it's demoralizing seeing how much she prefers sex with them to sex with me.
Ouch.
It's all fun and games. In his mind, they were going to be all over him.
Ouch.
But in reality,
Messed up with that one.
they don't really need you there.
Nah.
Yeah. Our youngest walked out of my bedroom and asked, "Why is Dad's eggplant in your drawer?" Panic answer. "Oh, he got a new one, so I put his old one in the drawer. This will come back to haunt me."
What?
You don't understand.
Wait. What?
he found an eggplant in the drawer, so he thought it was dad's because daddy has an eggplant.
Oh.
What you're seeing right now is my wife realizing that we're not talking about an eggplant. We're talking about an eggplant. Eggplant emoji.
Well, okay. There's no other context there, so okay.
You don't get it.
I believe I get it.
I think you kind of get it, but you're not sure if you get it.
I believe I get it.
So the youngest, let's just assume under 6.
I'm trying to understand like the age of said child.
Well, I doubt the child is 22. I hope the child's not 22.
Right.
So if a 5-year-old is in your drawer, Mommy, why is Daddy's eggplant in the drawer?
How would they know that's an eggplant?
They might have an eggplant themselves. And they know it's not theirs.
Okay. Strange.
Once a month, I buy a couple of porno mags just to dump them in bushes when I walk the dog. I feel as if the kids of today are missing out, and I want to bring this excitement back.
What?
I think this person just confessed to exposing minors to pornography.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah.
What kind of...
But you know what?
Gosh.
In the 80s, this would have been acceptable.
That would have been acceptable?
Imagine the kids from the Goonies just walking around and finding
Oh
porno
my
mags.
goodness.
That would have been the best part of the movie.
No.
It's a different time.
It is a different time.
This person, I would put money this person is over 45, maybe even over 50.
You're saying that person is seeing the Goonies.
If you've seen the Goonies, if you've seen anything from the 80s, this would be acceptable. This would be totally cool.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Go back and watch movies from the 80s and the 90s. It's a lot of things. You're like, oh, wait a minute. So sometimes, judging by today's lens, because as a kid, in my defense, I was a kid. I didn't know what was okay and what wasn't okay. There's a movie called Ladybugs. Rodney Dangerfield, Jack
I love that soccer.
and I don't know that. I was about to say Jonathan Taylor.
I love that movie.
Okay, that movie is wrong. That movie is inappropriate.
That movie was so good. That was such a good movie.
Okay. We should watch that movie. And we'll see.
I haven't seen it in so long.
So we're going to just get over the whole gender crossing plot. Let's just go. We'll get over the whole Joanna Man of it.
There was some of that there.
That's the whole plot of the movie, babe.
Yes.
That's the entire movie.
Yes.
Let's just get over that. If you understand that the entire plot of the movie was based on him dressing as a girl to win on the girl's team because his attitude sucked, and while dressing as a girl and going to sleepovers and being in the girls' locker room, he was constantly sexualizing and having these teenage fantasies about another girl on the team, all the while lying to her. You know what, babe? Look at the poster. Look at the poster for it.
Yeah, I have to look at that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So it's a lot of things. When I tell you this person is thinking with their 80s brain, like, this is cool. And in 2024, it is not.
So then would you say something was wrong with Mrs. Doubtfire?
There was no sexualization in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay, that's good.
I'm sure today Mrs. Doubtfire couldn't be made. But the difference I see in Ladybugs, which you don't even remember the plot of.
I just remember Rodney Dangerfield. I remember it being very funny. I remember pink. I think it had pink uniforms or something, or red.
Hilarious.
It was.
When I was like 13 and saw it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch it now. I'd get in trouble now. You start a whole war watching that shit now. Problems. And you know what? Part of me thinks that's good and part of me thinks that's bad. Because some things are just funny. Like, I saw this thing the other day. Norman Lear died. And Norman Lear created all the classic television shows. Good Times, All in the Family, The Jeffersons. And you couldn't have an Archie Bunker today.
Oh, no.
You couldn't have
a George Jefferson.
Couldn't have a George Jefferson today.
Oh, no.
Were those not funny shows?
Oh, hilarious.
And they did not shy away from talking about real shit.
Yeah.
But you could never do it today.
Oh my gosh. I used to love George Jefferson.
So it's some things from the past. It's like, oh man, it's like we're too afraid to actually approach things. And other things, it's like, thank God we don't do that anymore. So I'm always on the fence. So I'm going to suggest to this person, stop doing that. Don't do that.
But
That is bad.
Even if it was accepted in the 80s, I think it's still a little disturbing.
Oh, no, it was still wrong in the 80s.
It was still bad.
But if it was in a movie in the 80s, it'd be like, cool.
Oh,
I got a few more confessions for you.
okay.
The married guy I'm seeing asked me for ideas for his wife's Christmas present. I said women really love practical things to make their life easier at home, and now he's buying her an air fryer. I'm happy that lady's getting an air fryer. She probably really wanted one.
Yeah, I just hope she got a good one. There's different types of air fryers. So
See, this is a thoughtful lady.
well,
Oh, you know, I have a story that I've been saving for weeks. That
okay.
is this.
What is
Imagine this from the perspective of the wife.
it? Okay.
It's about how the affair he had made him such a better man for me. It sounds funny, but it's a very long one, and she's like distraught. He's like, all the thoughtful things he did for me, it's because his girlfriend told him to.
Oh. For some
Yeah.
people, that kind of works out for them. They're okay with the arrangement.
That one's a long one. That would take an entire episode.
Which, you know, and for some people, that might work better.
These days, it's all okay.
Yeah. And that's what works for all three of them. They're all adults. It's good to go.
I once had a foursome with 3 girls. While still in bed in the morning, the boyfriend of one of the girls called to ask where she was. She said, sorry, it's happened again. We could hear him sobbing. I felt terrible, briefly.
Wow.
It's happened again?
Yeah. The world is full. You know, there are a lot of simps in the world.
He's the simp?
The guy that was calling sobbing.
Damn. It's like he knew when he was calling. He knew.
Yeah. He's used to it. That's his norm. It has happened again.
Because he fell in love with the streets.
That's it. I want to be changed.
And for our last story,
Okay.
I have been sitting on this one for weeks. For a month, maybe more than a month. Because when I read it, it just goes this way, then it goes that way. So remember, my theme today was hypotheticals.
Okay.
Hypotheticals.
Okay.
And this woman has a very good hypothetical.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for wanting my husband back? I, 34 female, met my ex, 37 male, at a house party when I was in high school. We dated for a while, but he joined the army and left. In 2010, he came home on leave. We hooked up and ended up getting married within a month. We were so happy and moved back to North Carolina. We were there for a year before he got out of the army and we moved back to Missouri. We lived with family until we could get back on our feet. I didn't work and he couldn't hold down a job, so I ended up leaving him and moving back in with my family. I said I wanted a divorce and he agreed. I was heartbroken because I wanted him to fight for me. Fast forward to 2017 and he's now dating what he refers to as his high school sweetheart. Apparently, he dated this girl in junior high and high school before we met. She messages me on Facebook, I have him blocked, asking if I'll sign the divorce papers now. I don't want to.
Oh.
I don't want to, but feel like he's given me no choice to save our marriage. I don't. What does that even mean? I don't want to sign the divorce papers, but I feel like he's given me no choice to save our marriage.
How you gonna save the marriage if you're getting divorced?
That's the only way he'll see that she really loves him. Let me not digress too much. This is a long one. I don't want to, but feel like he's giving me no choice to save our marriage. I agree and say that I'll file everything the next week. I file in my home city that is 5 hours from him, hoping he won't show up. I even told him he doesn't have to come. Court day shows up and I go into courthouse and there he is. And he brought her. They didn't see me at first and they looked so happy. I immediately went into the bathroom and cried. When I got myself together, I came out all smiles and both of them stiffened up and became a lot more serious. I tried to sit in between them to talk to my husband, but he wouldn't even acknowledge me. I moved to the other side of the bench away from them, but I could still hear them. They had been here all weekend on a little vacation. The worst day of my life was a vacation to them. Now it's the end of 2023, and I have tried to talk to him several different times, but he always shuts me down or completely ignored me. His downgrade has called me a sock.
His downgrade. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I haven't read this one in a long time, so it's new for me right now. His downgrade has called me a stalker, pathetic, and crazy. They now have the life I always dreamed about, and I'm just here with 2 kids and another on the way. I lost my second husband because he thought I cheated on him, and now I'm completely alone. Part of me wants to contact her and tell her this baby is his and see what happens. Should I? Am I the asshole for just wanting my husband back so I can have the life I deserve?
Yes. Yes.
Honey,
Yes.
honey,
Yes.
remember what I said. This is a long one. We're not even halfway through.
Oh my.
You see, what we don't often do, I usually get a story that's concise enough. We read it, we talk about it, chuckle, chuckle, we keep it moving. But sometimes there are updates.
Okay.
And this one is all updates.
Okay.
You've just gotten the context.
Mm-hmm.
Someone replied to this thread, but it's not just a comment. Here we go. I only saw this because you were stupid enough to send it to my husband. Let's give the people the real facts. You were a hookup that cried pregnancy, so he married you. Ooh. You were sleeping with several other people, by your own admission, before your first wedding anniversary. You had no choice but to move in with his mom because at the time your own family wouldn't take you in.
Damn.
He couldn't hold down a job because you would always turn off his alarm and act crazy when he would try to leave. You were also actively sleeping with other people at this point, going as far as having him drop you off at your boyfriend's house.
Oh.
He wanted the divorce. He tried to get a hold of you for 6 years to sign the paperwork. Every time he would try to meet you, you would ghost him. So yes, in 2018, the divorce was finalized. No thanks to you. Ooh. You had already been with your children's father for 4 years at this point. You had a child and were currently pregnant with your second. Yes, now it's 2023. He hasn't been with you since 2011. You call us repeatedly. We block you. You then call or text from a different number. We block that. I don't know who this third baby belongs to, but considering he hasn't slept with you in 12 years and your second husband left you a few years ago, I'm guessing it's not his either.
Damn.
I printed out a copy of this post along with all other communication over the years, and we'll be handing it over to the local sheriff. Maybe if you spent half the time working on your life as you do on ours, you wouldn't be as miserable as you are.
Damn.
You understand?
Sign upgrade.
Oh, but honey.
Oh, there's more.
There's so much more.
Oh, it's spicy.
The original poster responded, "Do you all see what I mean? His nosy ass wife always has to be up in my shit. Fucking pathetic."
That's what she wrote back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the problem is the wife getting mad that you want to get back with her husband.
Yeah.
Who you haven't been with in 12 years.
Yeah. Restraining order.
First comment. You've got to be tickling my pickle. This can't be real. Original poster said, why? More people said, this just can't be real.
Right.
But it keeps going, babe.
It's like some movie stuff.
More comments. You're the asshole. You want a divorce. You got one. This isn't some game you're playing. You don't get to throw words like divorce around just to test people and backtrack when things don't go your way. You need to see a therapist. He's happy. He's moved on. It's time you accepted the consequences of your words and actions and moved on. There's no way in hell this man is coming back to you. And if you start spreading lies about the parentage of your kid, it will only prove them right. You won't be a pathetic and crazy stalker. You'll definitely be a pathetic and crazy stalker. Leave him alone.
Poor kids.
More comments. So you asked for a divorce and you got it. You just don't want him to move on, it seems. He gave you what you wanted and you are still complaining.
Yeah.
Original poster jumps back in.
Oh, boy.
You don't know how much I love him.
Oh, my God.
More comments. You are crazy. The fact you stated you wanted him to fight for you shows how immature you are. If you wanted to save your marriage, you should have said so before. But instead, you ran away at the first sign of trouble. By the way, trouble she caused.
Correct.
He couldn't keep a job because she turned off his alarm.
There was none.
More people try to explain marriage to her, and then she jumps back in.
No.
Of course I didn't want him at his worst. Who would? Now that he's grown up and become a real man, I think I should get him back. He was mine first, and she swooped in and took him from me.
Technically, she was first.
Technically, the wife was first?
Yeah.
It's not technically. Like, they were together years.
Yeah.
Years.
Junior high and high. Then she came up high. So, yeah.
Yeah. What struck me about that one is how she kept going back and forth.
No.
She's nuts.
No, she's nuts.
She's not like she's for real crazy.
Yeah, like I'm like
she's not playing.
Like,
she's for real crazy.
Really, like she needs like she's a problem for society.
Because in her worldview,
no,
she's not the problem.
No, she's a problem for society.
She's for real. She's Joker level crazy.
Yes.
All right. Even the Joker would be like, "Damn."
No, I don't. Yeah, she's in a fantasy world.
My favorite part, and the reason why I like that story so much, is that the wife came back. Let's give the facts. He left you 12 years ago.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
In her head, oh, I'm going to tell the wife that this baby is his. What?
So when I say hypotheticals, the hypothetical is that it's my husband. Because.
So I thought it was going to get like, you know, like a movie for real where the wife is like saying all this stuff and they find out homeboy has been sliding through.
Homeboy does not slide.
Weekends. And I was like, okay, now we got a little bit of a debate here. But
I imagine that.
Husband probably doesn't even talk to her.
I imagine that the husband is a black man because black men don't cheat. Don't know why that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
The hypothetical is in her fantasy world, this lady took her man.
Yeah.
Who she's been divorced from for many years.
It's, you know, I laugh, but it is quite sad. It's quite sad.
It's scary.
It's
hella scary. This lady is for real deal nutso.
Yeah.
What does Andrew say? She's wacko jacko crazy. It sounds better when she says it. That old white lady swag. She really kills it. But yeah, this is. I feel like we need to be sponsored by one of those online therapy companies because the help is needed, and we're just the vessel. If you need mental health services, please.
I don't know. She might need a little medication too. I don't know about that.
She needs a lot.
She needs a lot.
She needs a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish they wouldn't put these people on therapists. Like therapists.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what is the therapist gonna do with that?
Therapists are not Harry Potter.
Like she doesn't know.
Therapists are not God. They cannot
she's not
fix
dealing with reality.
Things.
So how are you supposed to even?
Yeah, she's in a different plane.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. I'm no therapist, but I don't even know how you address that.
I am a therapist, and I have no idea how you would address that. Sum it up for me, my love.
Our stories were all over the place, honey. I don't know what to sum up here.
Hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals is its own universe, and you kind of like have to pull out little bits of reality that you can to make sense of it. That's really, I guess, would be my summation of it.
I'm gonna say, I love the stories that I find on the internet. They are crazy and they entertain us all. Shout out to our growing following on IG. But the stories I really love are the stories that you send into us. So please send us some more at asktheblackkids@gmail.com because it's something that feels realer to me. And if you notice, we're not really mean with the Ask the Black Kids. Well, except that one guy that said, "Why does his girlfriend make him cheat?" Other than that, we're not mean at all. We actually want to help. I tried to help him. He was just trash.
Sometimes it's just a lost cause. That's not our fault.
Yeah. We're still not miracle workers.
Yeah.
But please, please, please send us some more. AskTheBlackKids@gmail.com. We'd love hearing from you. That is it for us. We will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Coming through from a quick extra dose of toxic confessions. You ready?
I'm ready.
Reading you terrible stories so you can feel better about your life, because these people are fucked up. Not my man and his white ex-girlfriend's DMs saying he has messed around with 100 people since they broke up, but he's always imagining it's her. She replied that she pities him and us. He said he'd pay her $100 to take him back. She said she wouldn't even for $1 million.
Whoa.
Whoa. She don't fuck with you, bro.
To the left, to the left.
She said, I'm good. $100. Broke ass.
$100? She was doing $100.
I got drunk and messaged the prom king from high school. I told him sometimes I think of him during sex with my boyfriend. He offered to take me on a date when we got back home from school, but I don't know if I can go through with it. Stop being trifling. Stop being trifling. You probably weren't even drunk. You probably just wanted the prom king again. Yeah. I'm bisexual and I love my girl, but sometimes I just need some eggplant.
Okay. Isn't that part of being bisexual?
I'm bisexual and I love my girl, but sometimes I just need some eggplant. She doesn't know I'd be on Grindr. I've been messing around with this one dude, but he's threatening to out me. What should I do? Confessing to her is out of the question. Live your truth, king.
Yeah. Yeah. No need to hide around that.
Stop it. Because he's going to out you. And you're probably going to out yourself.
You've been doing something wrong anyways.
You're a cheater.
Yeah. Just come. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light.
Stop being in the dark. My ex cheated on me with a girl, so I left the relationship emotionally, but not physically. I don't know. Good sex is good sex. So I went over to her place recently, and now I think she's using me to cheat on the girl she cheated on me with. How sick can you be?
Player.
But you playing the game. But you're playing the game with her. You got cheated on, but she cheated on you. But it don't make no sense.
It does make sense for the player.
Oh, you approve. You approve of this. This malarkey.
Hey, if you're going to play the game, you got to just be the best at playing it. That's all. I don't play games, so that's not for me.
Toxic confessions. On Only Black Kids in the Class. We got a little more razzle dazzle of toxic confessions. You gotta wave the fingers at me. Toxic. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I asked my boss for a raise after 5 years, and he revealed that he was selling the company and my entire department would be dissolved. I convinced 2 of my female coworkers to accept their buyout bonus. They fired all of us, pool their money, and invest in the van life with me. I expected that we'd travel the West Coast, make great social media content, go viral, and turn our YouTube views into dollars. I envisioned travel, sunshine, and freedom. We got no toilets, no showers, and frequent robberies. We didn't earn a penny on YouTube. One female got a new boyfriend and brought him along for our security. And apparently, we've all been sleeping with him on the low.
Oh my
I thought it was just me. We're all pregnant. Everyone is hiding morning sickness.
Gosh.
And I think it's time we sat down and discussed our van babies. How do I do this without losing my van mates? I can't afford to continue this van life alone.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. Poor children. Poor children. All I can think about is the kids. Poor children.
Hey, when I tell you I don't believe any of these stories are real. Oh my
Handmates.
She put hashtag VanBabies. Oh
my.
So honey, they're all sleeping with the one dude. And they're all pregnant. So everybody don't nobody got a condom?
Nasty.
Don't nobody got what the female condom? A diaphragm?
Nasty.
A plan B? A birth control? An IUD? Nobody?
Nothing.
Y'all just sharing.
Well, it's different kind of people that just go around without bathrooms and showers and stuff.
She said no toilets.
Nasty. Nasty. Ooh, that's nasty. Mm-mm.
What I appreciate about these stories is they never go the way I think they're going to go.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something with the employer and something with getting a raise. Like, oh, I want a raise. Guess what? Ain't a job.
It's never that simple. It's never that simple.
Oh, boy.
My wife's friend Bridget overdosed while we were in bed. I was behind her doing my thing and she slumped forward. I finished, laid on her for a while, but she didn't move. I called 911 and I tried to leave before the ambulance arrived, but they arrived quick AF. Bridget survived, And because of her near-death experience, she apologized to my wife for sleeping with me. Bridget went on Snapchat and announced she's turning over a new leaf because my killer pipe almost took her out.
Oh.
These ninjas will F you to death,
Oh.
y'all. They're devils. Bridget is blaming her near-death experience on karma for sleeping with me and not the fact that she was high on heroin. Why is she wrecking my home? Can I sue her for distress? I'm traumatized. My wife is embarrassed and doesn't want me around. I don't deserve this.
See, he gotta lean into it. He should be leaning
his
into
marketing.
it. That's what I'm saying.
Killer pipe.
Yeah.
Killer pipe
He gotta
game.
lean into it. I mean, he's a bad human because he was cheating on his wife. So first and foremost, he was bad. But he gotta lean into it.
Killer pipe.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
And last but not least, you gonna ride with me through this one?
I'm right.
It's a lot, but it's broken up into a thread of threads.
Okay.
To be honest, I haven't even read this one, but I'm going to title it, Be the Petty You Wish to See in the World.
Okay.
My husband had an affair with a friend of mine from the time I was 7 months pregnant till I found out when my baby was 2 months old. How did I find out? She called me at 3 a.m. from their hotel room because he was drunk and trying to drive away after she confronted him asking if they had a future together, and she wanted me to come take his keys. I dragged my infant out at 3 a.m. because I wasn't going to risk him driving and hurting someone else or himself. 2 weeks later, after he'd left the home and taken the mortgage payment and utility money out of our joint account, I saw her at a Trader Joe's, and she was asking the shelving guy if he had any more of these little chocolate-covered raspberry gel stick things. Let me preface this next part with, I did not hold her responsible for him cheating or his abandonment of our baby. He's a grown man who had made a promise. I didn't exchange vows with her. She owed me nothing. But
That's
we
your
were
friend,
friends.
though. Exactly. Okay.
She was at my wedding.
Oh,
She held my
no.
newborn on my porch with hands that had just been on my husband in my house in my bed.
Oh,
and she
no.
didn't even bring a damn casserole or nothing. Rude. Anyway, I stared her right in the face and without breaking eye contact and with the baby in a wrap on my chest, used one arm to sweep the entire shelf of 75 boxes of those stupid candy sticks into my cart. I don't even like raspberry.
Gross. That's it. She should have gone with the orange sticks instead.
She added one more thing.
Okay.
Y'all, I did not pick him up at 3 a.m. I simply took the car keys. I was done with him immediately. But like, drunk driving is bad, even if the driver sucks.
Oh, she's responding to the comments. Okay.
Oh, she's going back and forth with these comments.
Oh no, she's got
My
too
ex
much.
also cheated on me while I was pregnant, but I didn't find out until our daughter was about 4 months old or so. When he came home for his stuff, I hid the HDMI cord for his Xbox. And the original poster wrote, "We do what we can with what we have."
What?
I get it.
What? Oh no. This is another universe.
This is the real universe, babe.
That's
and I think
another
the
universe.
sooner you realize this, the
No.
less shocked you'll be.
No, that's
This is how people really are.
Then I'm not.
Try feeling.
I'm in another place. There's no way.
You're a sweetie. And that concludes our extra dose of toxic confessions. Come on, man. Toxic confessions.